Most of us picture a genius in a dark basement when we think of programming, staring at screens of cascading green numbers. We can set that outdated image aside. Programming a computer works like organizing a deeply messy room. You have a pile of items and need a system to sort them. Every system starts with a single foundational building block. In code, we call this a variable. Think of a variable as an empty container. It is a box waiting to hold one specific piece of information. Computers begin as a blank slate. They cannot remember a single detail until we build a box to store that data. Computers are strict about organization. Before using a box, we have to tell the computer what kind of item is allowed inside. We will start with whole numbers. In C++, we use the label int to stand for an integer or a whole number. Then we call the box x to find it later. Now we initialize the box by putting our first piece of data inside. Let's drop in the number 5. This process happens inside the computer's memory, so it is invisible to us for now. To see what happened, we use a command called cout. This command looks at the box, reads the contents, and sends that number to your screen. Setting up a box to store data and using a command to show it are the two essential steps for managing information in C++. To understand how these boxes change, we have to look at the equal sign differently than we did in math class. If we write x equals 8 later in our code, we are instructing the computer to change the box's contents. This is overwriting. When you put a new value in, the old one is permanently erased. Often, you will want to update a box based on what is already inside it. You might write a line like x equals x plus 2. This tells the computer to perform a quick update. The equal sign acts as an assignment operator. It tells the computer to finish the math on the right side first, and then put the result into the box on the left. Let's follow the computer's logic. First, it reads the current value of x, which is 8. It adds 2, creating a new total of 10. Finally, it takes that new 10 and overwriting the box, replacing the 8. This sequence, read, calculate, and overwrite, runs almost every piece of dynamic software you use. When a character in a game takes a hit, the code is simply checking a health box, subtracting points, and storing the new, lower number back in that same box. Learning to manipulate these boxes allows you to control the flow and logic of any program you build. We have seen how a single box works. Now we can look at how those boxes form a complete system. Complex software relies on hundreds or thousands of these simple boxes working together. Whether you are building a simple calculator for class or tracking a player's score in a game, you are using these same steps to store and update data. Professional coding software might look crowded with text, but those windows are just empty digital rooms waiting for you to start organizing. To start, download a compiler, the tool that translates your code into instructions the computer can understand. Open a fresh project and name your first box. Remember, coding is a skill that is built through